Well, everyone, it's truly a sad, sad day for America, and for the justice system, and for free humanity. Silk Road creator Ross Ulbricht has been sentenced to life in prison. Now, for those of you who don't know who Ross Ulbricht is and what Silk Road is, well, he was the creator of Silk Road, and Silk Road was a platform in which drug dealers and black market dealers and buyers were able to buy and trade illegal products and stuff like that online. And the thing is, there's a few different perspectives here to take on Silk Road and what it meant, not only economically, but in terms of a social experiment as well. So socially and economically. Okay, so it took the violent element out of the black market. So it was a major threat to drug dealers, violent criminals that sold drugs in the street, the drug cartels, and of course the CIA and a lot of these government-connected cartels as well. So, because they've been caught multiple times doing all this, right? Selling drugs, the government. Why do you think this kid got, cracked down on so hard? Well, because the government wants to sell their drugs and keep up the violent drug war, right? And this was a major threat to that. So, you have that element of it. You also have the fact that it was an economic experiment. What would happen if you completely took out the government authority, the government regulation, and it was a true, pure free market? What would happen? And obviously there's the digital element of it as well. And, well, it worked pretty well. It worked. It thrived, and no violence was involved at all. So, what does that tell you? It tells you, in my opinion, we're deceived into thinking we need government to regulate us. But if you look at a lot of these peer-to-peer markets, these underground internet markets and stuff, they work just fine and dandy. Nobody is hurt. I mean, yeah, you can argue that people are hurt from drugs, of course, but they're going to find them, they're going to go elsewhere to find them anyway. And what's the alternative? Well, the drug dealer on the corner selling crack cocaine and hookers with his Mac 10, killing people. Here it was a peaceful trade, and that was a major threat to the system. So Ross Ulbricht was sentenced to life, and it's a blatant injustice, in my opinion. Yes, I suppose if you go by the book, he should have gotten years in prison. Yes, sure. But life? You gotta be kidding me. This is what happens. This was not a bad person. This was not a violent person. Sure, he was a rebel. He was a pioneer, a trailblazer. That's what the system hates, especially if you're a pioneer going against the system. This is the epitome of what free humanity is about. And yes, drugs, overconsumption of drugs, drug abuse, drug addiction is bad. But let me tell you this. All of that, drug addiction, drug abuse is because of the system, and drug violence is because of the system. And if we, went more down the road of this economic social experiment of Silk Road, pun intended, Silk Road, I guarantee you, slowly but surely, this drug war would have gotten better, would have eased up. But no, the system has to come in and put this guy, this rebel. It's truly an interesting story, the whole thing. They have to put him in jail for life. Unbelievable. And it's very interesting. They're actually going to appeal. I don't think much will come out of it, but him and his lawyer are going to try to appeal this sentencing. And the reason why they're going to try to do that is because the FBI actually stole like millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin in the process of trying to basically investigate Silk Road and all that and bring them to trial. So, you know, it should be null and void, and they're thieves, right? They stole people's money and all that. So, I mean, hey, we'll see what happens, but it looks like this kid's going to jail for life. And it's just wrong. So, let me know what you guys think. I'll leave links. It's been Press Reset. Keep your head up. Stay real. And no fear.